Hello everyone, and I welcome all of you to another lecture of our string series. And in this video, we are going to look at a medium lead code problem called longest substring without repeating characters. So the question name itself defines like what the problem statement would be, but still let's read it. So the problem statement goes like, given a string s, find the length of the longest substring without repeating characters. All right. So this is what we have to find. All right. Now let's look at examples and analyze. And I guess that would help us to get the answer correct. Okay. So all right. Let's see. Hmm. So if I look at this problem, so what would be the longest substring without the repeating characters? It would be ABC 3, right? It can be BCA also. It has also like three unique characters. CAB also. This ABC, but this cannot because there are two B's, right? And we cannot have these four because A is there. So I guess you got the gist that what we have to do here. So let's look at example 2. So only this would be the longest substring without repeating characters because all are the repeating characters here. All right. Let's look at this example. So we cannot have this one, right? We can have this one. We can have these three, right? WK. Cannot have these four because W is there. So answer is 3. So this question is a little bit tricky. If we talk about the efficient solution, which would go in big of n time. So how to do that? So if you want, you may pause the video for 2 minutes and ponder over it, and I'll tell you the uh, answer or the approach which we would be seeing here. Okay. Hmm. Let's erase our previous work. Okay. Now our string supposes pw w k e w. Is that correct? All right. So that is correct. Now, how to solve this? So what I am trying to say here is we can do two things here. All right. So like the first thing is that let's find the length at every word at which like okay, let me give you an example so you would understand it better. Suppose I come at k. All right. So I have to tell the largest substring length which would end at k. Okay, without repeating characters. So let's analyze it with this example. So p is 1. All right. W is 2. This is 1. All right. And k is going to be wk2. Wk3 is going to be 1 again. Hmm. So now here, can you tell me what I did? Let's name it SG. So this is the length of the largest substring which would end with this letter P. Since there's no any letter, so P would be there only, so it is 1. The largest substring would be PW, so here it is 2. Since here we have one more W, so here our W is going to be only 1, right? And here it is wk. All right, and at e it is wk and at w it is again 1. All right, so this is what we have to solve. All right. Hmm. So what can we do here is see, if we encounter a new letter, we'll increase j. Suppose here our w was 1, here we encountered a new letter, so we increased j. Here we encountered a new letter, so we increased j. All right. Hmm. Now, if we have the same letter, then what are we going to do here? Suppose here we have this letter and this letter are same. So what we did here is we subtracted this index with this index. Its index was 2, its index was 1, so we got answer as 1. Right. Now how we got 1 here is this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. One more thing, this would not be 1, this would be 3, because we would be having kw, right? So yeah, 5 minus 2, 3 again. Alright, so yeah, this is the case. Alright, now you are thinking, yeah, this is the correct explanation. Okay, so we are going to write the exact same code which I told you, but there would be a summation error here. We would be looking at it like why it is there. I would try to explain it to you. It is a bit typical one, so just bear with me. All right. Also, I like came with this approach, but that specific test case was failing, so I had to make some modifications. But the basic code would be this only. All right. So now let's write the code. All right. Let's have int as s dot length. Let me, yeah. All right. We'll have answer as 0. 256, our standard one. We have j as 0. Now for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. If last index of si, that means we have encountered our character for the first time. So we'll just increase j, right? Else j is going to be I minus last index of, right, this is what we thought, and then res is going to be max of res comma j, and now last index of s of I becomes I. Now here we'll simply return res. Okay, let's compile this code. Here we are getting the accepted output. Let's for see for all the examples. Again, it's accepted. Now let's try and submit this code. Yeah. So here we have a wrong output. This is what I was talking about. It is ABB here. All right. Let me clear it a bit. Cool. It's A, B, B, A. So our j exactly is what? Here it is 1, here it is 2, right? Here it is again 1, yeah, and here it is supposed to be 2. Am I right? All right. But what will I get instead of this? 0, 1, 2, 3. So instead of uh, 2, I would be getting 3 here. All right. And that's why my output is wrong. So what, see, this would always happen. Like you come up with a code and it won't work. So what I thought of here is let's make j as minimum of j plus 1. All right. So it would become 2 or the same thing, I minus last index of s of I. Alright, and this would satisfy all my conditions. So let's try and write this thing. Minimum of I minus last index of s of I. Or j plus 1. Now let's try and submit this code. And we got a correct output. So this question was a little bit tricky, and another thing which I wanted you guys to understand is that you may come up with an approach and like your test cases would be passing, but at some point there would be some test case errors. So you have to like basically modify a little bit of your code, not write another full code, right? Like when I came up with the solution, I came all right with the starting part, but when this problem was occurring, I also thought like I should like look at a solution or something so I can get it. But I came up like this far on this question, so why not modify it a little bit? So that's what I did here. All right. So yeah, I guess that was all for this question, and I guess we have done like plenty of questions in our string series, and we would be starting with another topic from the next video onwards. And but yeah, also if you want like more questions on string or any other data structures which we completed before, so you may like comment it in the comment section, and I'll surely bring one or two more questions on that topic specifically. All right, so thank you for watching and see you later.